What have you had to adjust most in living with each other / being married? Could be spiritually or practically. How many kids do y'all want? How can I set boundaries with a guy I like a lot when I'm pretty sure he doesn't feel the same way, but we see each other a lot through church?
Hey guys!
And welcome back to our channel. For anyone that is new here, my name is Raylan.
And I'm Micah.
And we haven't done a sit-down video in a while together. So we are just gonna do a little life update / Q&A, just answer some of you guys' questions that you submitted on our Instagram. So go ahead and give us a follow on our Instagram and TikTok as well. We love you guys, so glad that you're here, so glad that you're watching, and we hope you enjoy this video. So literally the last video that we posted together in like a sit-down conversation format was our proposal video when we told our engagement story. Since then, we went to Florida and visited with his family in September. That was very good to see them. And then we have just been getting into a married life routine with work and church stuff going on. Do you feel like you're finally settled and in a routine?
I think getting there. Not set in stone, but definitely a lot closer than we were at the beginning. Where I finally started working the gym back into my routine. But I think we're finally getting to that point where it's starting to feel like normal life versus the rush of the beginning of marriage, I guess you could say.
And then we also went to Alabama for our friends Jake and Caroline's wedding, which was a super nice time there with them. And then that Sunday we went to Mississippi to see two of Micah's sisters and their family. And then I stayed a few extra days to visit with my friends in Hamilton. I went to school in Hamilton, Alabama, so got to see them as well as my sister. And then we flew back all together because her Thanksgiving break started. And so now we're here, we're gearing up for the holiday season. Next week is Thanksgiving. We have to set up our Christmas tree because we have not done that yet. We should make a video on decorating our house.
We'll do a time lapse or a little montage, baking cookies and drinking coffee and setting up.
We haven't done our Christmas tree yet because we didn't have any Christmas decor, so I literally just had to order everything yesterday and it'll be here next week. So anyway, let us know down in the comments if you want us to do a video of us decorating our house for Christmas. Should we get into the questions now? So yeah, not too many new things happening. I'm not pregnant.
Yet.
We haven't moved anywhere new. We haven't moved out of our house. No major life updates.
Nothing crazy.
How many kids do y'all want? 1, 2, 3, 4. We want 4 of our own.
And eventually adopt. We'd love to adopt.
Foster or adopt.
Maybe 1 or 2.
What is the most fun? She actually said funnest, but I don't know if I can repeat that.
Vocabulary.
What is the funnest part of marriage? Most fun part of marriage.
I'm gonna let you guess on that one. The most fun thing about marriage for me is probably getting home in the afternoons and seeing you and knowing that I'm just gonna be able to do whatever I want with my wife. The part of my day that I enjoy most is walking through the door and seeing you.
Yeah, I was probably just gonna say that, being together. Because we were long distance, so the fact that he does come home to me is crazy. Or that we even live in the same city and do things together. It's like a whole new world for us. So, How did you get started on your journey of Christianity? If you watch our first video, Getting to Know Us, the first video I think we ever did, we kind of share a little bit of both of our stories. I grew up in church, so it was pretty much the only thing I ever knew. But I would say when I was about 17 and I went away to school, I was in ministry school, and that's when the Lord really revealed himself to me personally. And then I just knew that I wanted to have a personal relationship with him, and that's when I started pursuing that. And then I felt called to be in ministry, and so obviously one thing led to another, and I love Jesus and I'm in ministry and I love it.
I was raised in a Christian home as well. My parents were pastors as well. I'd say probably around age 19, 20, started running from the call of God in my life. And then when I was like 23 or 24, I can't remember. No. That's when I got truly saved. Like, I've known the Lord like my whole life. But I got saved and have been running after the Lord ever since.
It was kind of easier for us because we both grew up in Christian families. For people that don't grow up in Christian families, I can see why it would be harder to like start on your journey of Christianity. But I would just say to you, like, just take it one day at a time and really just get into the Word and devote yourself in the place of prayer, and eventually you'll just have a relationship with the Lord and it'll come easy. Must-haves / dreams for your next house. I have a lot of must-haves.
Same.
And dreams.
Double sinks in the bathroom, for sure.
A big kitchen with an island and light or white cabinets with tons of natural lighting in the whole house. I'm talking windows everywhere. A nice sized backyard for the kids so we can put them a little play set back there to play on. Any other must-haves for you?
A barn or big shed out back so I can make a man cave out of it.
It's not really a must-have, but
It is for me. A big living room for family.
yeah,
Definitely needs a big closet too. Has to. We got too many clothes.
definitely a big closet. Because right now we have not a walk-in closet, and if you could see it.
I did organize your shoes the other day.
Yeah, but the shoes isn't the problem. It's the clothes that it's literally like I don't even have tons of clothes, but there's just no space for them. So definitely a walk-in closet and a huge master bedroom where the bathroom is in the room of the master bedroom.
Oh yes, for sure. That's a big thing too.
So we don't have to walk outside of our room to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's
Which most like homes, like actual homes, have that.
Yeah.
But we live in a townhouse, so it's just different. It's nice right now because it's near our guest room, so they can have easy access to the bathroom as well. But as far as our future house, we would want that. All right, we're gonna start rapid firing these ones. One thing you can't survive without.
You.
Besides me.
Caffeine.
That sounds like you're an addict.
I'm not. I used to be addicted.
You
to
can't
it.
survive without caffeine. One thing besides him that I can't survive without is obviously the Lord. So he can not survive without caffeine. So
I can't stand you.
Are either of you from Ohio? Are you from Ohio?
No.
I'm not from Ohio. What have you had to adjust most in living with each other / being married? Could be spiritually or practically. Probably just like, because when you get married, like your life really isn't your own anymore and it's a daily sacrifice for the other person. So basically just the biggest adjustment is like, oh, I'm not just living for myself anymore. I'm not just doing my life and doing what I want to do all the time, and now I'm doing what he wants to do and tending to his needs and my needs as well, both.
Yeah.
But now it's literally like you don't just think about yourself when you make decisions. You don't think only about how it affects your life. Now it affects you and your husband's life.
That's a good answer. You busted that one. Good job, babe. That was what I was gonna say. You just said it a lot better.
How can I set boundaries with a guy I like a lot, in all caps, when I'm pretty sure he doesn't feel the same way, but we see each other a lot through church? I would say that you can be friends with him, obviously, but I would protect where you let your mind go and where you let your thoughts go, because if it's not a relationship the Lord wants you to have, then it'll just be best if you don't get emotionally attached to the idea of being with him. I think oftentimes, even if it's not a relationship that the Lord wants us to be in, or if it's whatever, we can go somewhere in our mind and literally just in our mind we believe and we make situations up in our mind that literally is like making us be emotionally attached to somebody that the Lord has never intended us to be emotionally attached with. So you just have to guard where you let your mind wander and not get attached to the idea of y'all being together. I think y'all can be good friends, and if the Lord ever wants it to become more than that, then he'll make it clear in his timing. But the fact that you don't even think that he feels that way about you is probably a good indication that it's not the Lord's timing, even if it is meant to happen. So I would say definitely just set boundaries even around the friendship, and obviously hang out in group settings and see him at church and still be cordial and friends and nice and whatever, but don't let your mind wander to a place that the Lord doesn't want it to, and just be friends. And if it's supposed to be something more, then let him pursue that and go from there.
The only thing I can really say is if it does get to the point where you do feel peace about like sharing your feelings with him, you just have to do it and share it, because he's not going to know that you feel that way. But obviously you have to hear from the Lord on it and know first. So he's not going to know that you're interested unless like you show that you're interested, you know?
Yeah, just be careful with that, because you don't want to get yourself hurt in the long run just because you've like created your own situation in your head about it, and the guy who is meant for you is going to like you and is going to pursue you, and if he isn't interested, then it probably is either not timing or he's not the one. What was your worst day ever?
Probably when I wrecked my truck.
So that was the last question. Just a little brief life update / Q&A. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching this video. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment down below any future videos that you would like to see. And you can go ahead and turn on our post notifications if you'd like to as well. Like I said in the beginning, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We would love to see you over there as well. We love you guys, and we pray that the Lord blesses you this week. We pray that you see him in new ways, that he reveals himself to you, and that you continue to be his hands and feet no matter what.
See you guys next week.